listen to me when I tell this to you. I say it in love. You are boring. Actually, you aren't boring. Your dancing is boring. And to take it a little bit further, it's actually your performance that is what's not captivating. The actual definition of perform is just to present a form of entertainment to an audience, right? That is what perform means, like at its root. And then present is also spelled present, right? So present is a gift to others, which I like to think that like your presentation of your performance is a gift that you have, that only you have, and the only person who can bring a unique performance to how you are is you, right? Okay, so present is your gift. And then to present is to exhibit a particular state to others, okay? Then I want you to think about entertain or entertainment, right? What does that actually mean? Entertainment means provide enjoyment. When you were thinking about being in front of the judges, I want you to think about performing, entertaining, and your present, which is your gift of what only you can bring as a dancer, as a performer, and as an entertainer. And truly think of what you bring to the table as something unique that nobody else can bring. I was judging the Raiderettes recruitment clinic recently, and one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I gave on my notes was I want to be entertained. So you have a skill. You can dance, right? You can learn choreography. You can do the moves. You can hear the music, and you can present the choreography, right? Straight arm, high V, get low, all of those things. And just because you are doing those things does not mean that you are entertaining, right? That you are performing. And that, I think, is a huge gap that dancers don't think about when they are in front of judges. You're so in your head, rightfully so. This is an audition. It's stressful. You want to do your best. But you're so in your head that you forget to show how much you love to dance and how much it is a gift to you and what you are able to do that so many other people aren't able to do. I actually was doing a one-on-one session with a dancer recently, and she was just so in her head, and I could tell. And I said, okay, put the cleaning aside, put everything aside, and just show me that you love to dance. And that next round, it was so much better because she let go of everything else and just performed and did what she loved to do, right? You were most likely auditioning to be on an NBA or NFL team because you love to dance, perform, and this is the next level for you in a professional capacity, right? You love this. The judges want to see that. If you are not showcasing how much fun you're having, how much joy you are having in this, the judges aren't going to be able to see that. And ultimately, you are auditioning to be an entertainer. To have that entertainment factor can be the missing link for you if you are someone who is made to semifinals or even finals, or if this is your first time auditioning coming from college. This could be the thing that holds you back from making it onto the team, because those finalists, the girls who make it onto the team, are the entertainers, the power performers, the clean dancers. But at the end of the day, they all have that it factor and that entertainment factor that I want you to start developing now before auditions. And if this is something that you feel like you need support with, I would love to invite you to the 3 Secrets to Audition Success Masterclass. We're going to be diving into all things performance and what the judges are looking for. And so if you DM me the word masterclass or you click the link below in the show notes, you can sign up for our next masterclass. So in my opinion, there's actually 3 elements to your performance. You have polish, you have power, and then the last one is your presence. And today we're going to dive into all things presence so you can start thinking about how you want to show up between now and auditions, right? And I want you to think of presence as the difference maker between she's good and I need her on my team, okay? Like I said, dancers who are in front of me, most likely in semifinals or finals, when I see them, they are all great dancers. You are most likely an amazing dancer. You have the skill, you have the knowledge, you have the ability. Just having those 3 things does not get you onto the team automatically, okay? So your entertainment factor is the thing that pushes you over the edge and makes the coaches have to have you on their team, because the fans, no matter if you're in a stadium or an arena, they don't know whether or not you do a double turn perfectly or that you did that head roll just right. They know whether or not they are being entertained and whether or not they want to stay in their seat during the timeout or if they want to go grab popcorn. So making sure that you think about your entertainment factor first, last, and always when you show up to auditions, because that's what the judges are looking for. And again, while I was at this clinic, the thing that would make me say yes to these dancers who are in front of me is the entertainment, the it factor, the presence, and confidence in yourself, right? Because I can feel whether or not you are feeling it. And again, the audience is going to feel that. You want to have them feel something from your performance, okay? You want them to be excited, entertained. You could be performing when the team is down. You can be performing when the team is up, right? And you want to engage and excite everyone to be engaged in the game. And that is truly what one of your roles is as an NBA or NFL dancer. There are, in my opinions, 3 elements to your presence. You have your facials, you have your musicality, and then you also have your it factor, which I touched on, right? So facials. Every team is really so different and every league is different. So NFL, you have more of the smiles and you have the big movements that aren't super intricate, but they're big, right? Because you're in just a larger stadium. And then NBA, you have more intricate moves. You have hip hop, you have novelty, you have jazz funk, you have all these different things. So you get to put on these like different personalities depending on the routine, the style, the musicality, which we'll cover in a minute. When you think about what league you're auditioning for, you put on that persona with your facials. And then you have different preferences based on teams, right? So Gold Rush and Bengals, they only want you to smile. Whereas Raverettes, you get to have a little bit more flirty, sexy, sassy personality. Those facials are encouraged in that style for that team, right? And so you want to know what teams are looking for, what they like their dancers to do, and how they like them to perform. And facials, I think we often think about them as like just the neck up, but I want your facials and your power and your presence and your performance to be your entire body, right? Because like you can have a sassy movement with your shoulder, right? But if your face doesn't match, then there's a mismatch, right? And it can go the other way, right? You can have a sassy face on your facials, but if your body's not emulating that either, that is a disconnect. And so looking at the movements that are given to you with intention, listening to the music, and then bringing that out of your body and exuding that through your movement is truly where you become this specialized artist that you are in the pro dance space. And so when you think about your musicality, I want you to think about what is the vibe that your choreographer is going for. They might not always tell you, but you can tell. Is it jazz funk? Is it jazz? Also, again, so it depends on the league. And then you have what the lyrics are saying, what the beats are, and how the choreographer brings those together, right? So you most likely know the song that you are performing to or learning a routine from when you hear it, right? There's sometimes you won't, but for the most time, you will know the song, right? And so getting to listen to the music and then pair that with the movements that the choreographer gives you allows you to showcase musicality, performance, presence. So musicality and your facials really go hand in hand because your musicality and the movements dictate what your facials are going to be, again, dependent on the team and league, okay? So then you layer on top of it your unique style, because I was on a team that was very clean. We were super specific about cleans and everyone being on the same page. Every team is different. However, when you are on a very clean team, oftentimes dancers are like, oh, then I can't put my personality in. And this is where your facials, your performance, your it factor, that is where you get to show your uniqueness and who you are and what makes you different, because nobody is going to perform the routine like you are going to. And so I want you to start thinking about who you want to show up as. You think, okay, Sasha Fierce and Beyonce. Maybe you need your alter ego for your performance and who you embody when you step on the field or court or when you step into the audition room. And the it factor is what truly makes you unique, what makes you stand out, and gives you that like je ne sais quoi of your performance. And so I want you to start thinking about your performance every single time you practice. What is your face doing? How is that in your body? Listen to the music and then add your unique flair, your it factor, and what makes you different. Also, if you struggle with musicality, I would recommend putting headphones on and closing your eyes and listening to the music. I think we often just, oh, I'm just going to dance like in the studio. However, if you over the head, like big headphones, feel like make a huge difference. Put them on, close your eyes, lay on the ground, picture yourself doing it, and then you can hear the beats or the oozes or the different pieces the choreographer choreographed to, and then you can actually hit those movements bigger, better, and more powerful because you actually know the music that you're listening to. So reminder, we're going to start working on our entertainment factor. That could be the thing that is holding you back from actually making it onto a team. And if you want to learn more about what else could be holding you back, I'd love to invite you again to the 3 Secrets to Audition Success Masterclass. You can DM me at the Cultivate Code on Instagram, just the word masterclass, and I'll send you the link. Or I have the link in the show notes and you can sign up there. And I can't wait to talk to you soon.